Hi everyone, welcome to another Impish Creations video. Today, if you may have guessed, we discuss corset. Corsets, the corset, a corset, my corset, uh, any and all of the above. So this is the corset that I made to go underneath the Queen of Hearts gown. And you may see some of my earlier videos on that, where I went through the mock-up process and all that sort of stuff. So this is the point to which I got and stopped. It's not a finished corset by any means, and I was running out of time, and I needed the shape. I got the shape. That was it. So it's done. It's a great corset. It is the Redthreaded, I'm reading here, 1860s corset pattern. You can find that on Etsy, and I will put the link below. Wonderful, easy to follow corset pattern. Comes as a printable PDF, and you print it, you sync up the things, you cut it out, and voila, you have a corset pattern. Instructions were very easy to follow. Yeah, I really enjoyed making the corset, and I think it turned out to the degree I finished it, it turned out very well. But one of the things the downsides of the whole situation was that it was too big. I had to take it in several inches so that I would get some actual reduction. And I was really confused by that, just because there's single size patterns. I went with the size medium, which was a 28-inch waist, which is actually smaller than my normal waist. And I still had to take out almost 3 inches of pattern, if not more, to get to a nice, inch to 2 inch space, equal space at the back. So, that. Yeah, so I have heard that apparently the pattern does run a little bit on the large side, so there you go. But I promised myself that after the Queen of Hearts gown or the competition was finished, I would take the time, buy the next size down, so buy the size small, which is like a 24-inch waist. I haven't had a 24-inch waist since I was in my 20s. And yeah, see what I could do, see the differences in the patterns. So before I proceed, I just want to give a big shout out and a big thank you to Lynn for her so generous coffee donation, which helped make purchasing the pattern possible. So thank you, Lynn. I love you. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Because the red threaded patterns are single size only. So you pay your money, you get your pattern. Which is why I did my own sizing down and things like that, because they're not the cheapest of patterns either. And I'd already spent enough on the costume, but I have it now, and so I want to make that a project. I actually want to redo it, because as much as it fits really nicely for the most part, I'm getting reduction. I am also cinched in really tight at the moment. I hate to be sitting in the corsets. The corsets are more for standing, and I just had lunch. Whew. It doesn't fit all the way around. So if you see, this is going to be the best shot. Hello. The hip spring, it's too much. This is floopy and floppy, and it's not giving the nice full silhouette. I could pad this, but like, who wants to pad here? Not this girl. And it didn't matter with the costume, because the waistline and then the full skirts and the crinoline and everything didn't cause a problem. But I have seen this pattern made before, and I know the degree of fit to which it can achieve. And it's a beautiful shape. And I want that shape. So that's why I'm going to probably most likely take this one apart and Frankenstein cannibalize it for parts, because Do I really want to buy another busk? I don't know. I'm kind of throwing money at everything right now. But yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you the degree. Like inside, really proud of that. Looks really nice. I got the proper waist tape on and everything like that. Didn't finish everything because again, I knew I wasn't going to be keeping it per se. But actually, if you see the front close up, that's where you see all of the like machine. Look at this. Look at this. Basting stitches. Raw edges. More basting. More raw edges. Yeah, it's unfinished. It's completely unfinished. Blood. That's right. My white corset. Before I even wore it, I bled on it. It was bound to happen. Truly bound to happen. It was a stash buster. I used leftover twill for the inside, leftover cheap polyester from like a Halloween costume on the outside. It's not a particularly attractive color. Yeah, but part of me is like, it is a functional corset. Do it. Do it. Do I really want to take it apart? I don't know. I'll think about it. I'm not jumping on the other corset right away because I have no fabric. A busted mustache. No, I have other fabric that I could use for the fashion fabric. I have other, like I could do double layers of like poly cotton for the inside, but part of me kind of wants to go a little more HA, a little more historically accurate, maybe better quality. I mean, I've got some nice linen I could use on the inside. I do have coutil, and I don't know if I'm going to buy coutil to do that. I don't think we have coutil locally. Do I want to get a nice silk for the outside? Like, how ritzy fabulous do I want this corset to be? And, you know, I can make more than one, but if you have one corset that gives you the shape you need for a costume, do you really need that many more? It's not like I'm suddenly going to become a corset-wearing person in my day-to-day life that I'm planning on. I don't know. So yeah, I am going to remake the corset, and I am going to use the small pattern because I've been looking at the size differences. So here's the left front. And, you know, there's a significant difference, and that's pretty much the difference between all the pieces is kind of what I was taking out. So I don't know if I want to do a mock-up or just kind of dive right in and be like, this one should fit. So yeah, I'm going to put some thought into it. I had to really rush through this process the first time, and I think I want to take a little more time and thought and care because, you know, of course it's a lot of work. It's not easy. There's time, materials, effort, a little bit of finesse that goes into it, not your everyday thing. I mean, putting in a split busk is a thing of beauty. But it's not an easy thing to do. So I want it to be maybe a little more artistic, something to show off a little more flair, something to be proud of. And yeah, that's kind of where I'm going to go. I'll keep you guys updated when I finally decide on what fabrics I want to get or do decide to use. Maybe I'll go through my stash one more time and see what I've got. I've got some gold brocade. But if it's going to go under the Queen of Hearts, I keep coming back to like white because I don't want it to show through that costume at all. So, decisions. Anyways, thank you for coming on this little corsety romp with me. There will be more in the future, and hopefully a slightly more finished result, like edge bound and basting stitches removed and things not already ripping and tearing apart on them. As always, feel free, leave your comments below. Have you ever done a corset before? Have you ever considered it? Have you tried red threaded corsets before? I really enjoy them. I really enjoy them. Even with the sizing issue, I'm still totally pro red threaded. They do a great job. Yeah, if you want to help me out a little bit in buying my materials and keeping my craft going, then feel free to check me out on Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/impishcreations. Buy me a coffee. I'll thank you in my next video. And yeah, I'll see you there. I'll see you on Instagram. I'll see you on Facebook. And I'll see you around. Bye!